When I first saw the dialogue that said, Luke, I am your father, I said to myself, he's lying. I wonder how they're gonna play that liar. Redneck Jedi says, Luke, I am your father and your uncle.
Thousands of government-sponsored experiments did take place at hospitals, universities, and military bases around our nation. The goal was to understand the effects of radiation exposure on the human body. While most of the tests were ethical by any standards, some were unethical, not only by today's standards, but by the standards of the time in which they were conducted. They failed both the test of our national values and the test of humanity. Informed consent means your doctor tells you the risk of the treatment you are about to undergo. In too many cases, informed consent was withheld. Americans were kept in the dark about the effects of what was being done to them. The deception extended beyond the test subjects themselves to encompass their families and the American people as a whole. For these experiments were kept secret, and they were shrouded not for a compelling reason of national security, but for the simple fear of embarrassment, and that was wrong. So today, on behalf of another generation of American leaders and another generation of American citizens, the United States of America offers a sincere apology to those of our citizens who were subjected to these experiments.
Why did enemy states come together to contribute towards this project? And also, they have, in several instances, the scientists in that experiment saying that they're trying to reach out different dimensions. So, what makes it even more interesting now, CERN posted this video in early 2014, which Mandela Effect was not yet popular, and it's called Happy at CERN. So everybody is singing, all the scientists are singing, dancing around to the tune of Happy. And what's halfway through this video, a scientist is holding two signs. The one reads Mandela and the other one Bond 1. It warns there that of a time where, right before the end of the world, man will finally succeed in opening the door to other dimensions with the help of unseen spiritual entities. Now, we read in chapter 9 of the book of Revelation, and I saw a star, which is a reference to an unseen demonic entity, that had fallen from heaven to the earth. And the key to the shaft of the abyss, is it another dimension, was given to him. He opened the shaft of the abyss, and smoke ascended out of the shaft like the smoke of the great furnace. So there's no doubt that memory is key in many of these instances. In 1996, Serge Monest, along with another unnamed Canadian journalist, both died from a heart attack after having exposed this plan, and that's why many people believe that it was an assassination. Now, this Project Bluebeam is a NASA Illuminati plan to usher in a new age religion which will go hand in hand with a new world order and a one world leader, the Antichrist. In their research, they had help from intelligence people from the Canadian government, maybe politicians or military personnel who still believed in freedom, and they didn't want to go ahead with this Illuminati plan. Now, this Project Bluebeam comes with 4 steps. The first one is the introduction of new archaeological evidence that suggests that our history is wrong and we are the product of alien DNA manipulation. The second one is that the major show in the sky that will make most of the mankind believe that an alien invasion is imminent. But the third one is the most interesting. it connects with the Mandela effect, because they said that they were planning to use telepathic electronic two-way communication with low-frequency waves that will reach the people of the earth through the insides of their brains, making each person believe that his own God is speaking to him from within his soul. Now, if that didn't make sense back in the 80s, maybe it makes a little bit more sense today if this Mandela effect is indeed real. So, such rays from satellite, remember they can use satellite technology, are fed from the memory of computers that store much data about the human being and his languages. And these rays will then interface and interweave with the natural thinking processes to form what we call the artificial talk. Some form of technology that we're not aware of is probably a secret project, but